Good morning, it's Wednesday the 18th of November and I've got a little game for you this morning. It's a game of musical connections. I'm going to play you a medley of 4 songs. Now there's an obvious overarching thematic connection between the 4 songs. There's no points for that, but there's a very particular link between the first song and the second song, and another between the second and the third song, and then there's a third connection between the third song and the fourth song, and those are what I want you to try and spot. I've put some learned ladies, some of Moliere's learned ladies up here to inspire you to be at your brightest this morning, and I'll see you at the end. Here we are, out of cigarettes, holding hands and yawning, look how late it gets. 2 sleepy people by dawn's early light, and too much in love to say goodnight. Here we are, in the cosy chair, picking on a wishbone from the frigid air. 2 sleepy people with nothing to say, and too much in love to break away. Do you remember the nights we used to linger in the hall? Father didn't like you at all. Do you remember the reason why we married in the fall? To rent this little nest, to get a bit of rest. Well, here we are, just about the same. Foggy little fella, drowsy little dame. 2 sleepy people by dawn's early light, and too much in love to say goodnight. Such a moon, June, such a June, spoon, such a spoon. No 2 people have ever been so in tune as my macaroon and It's comfortable 2 by 2. It's practical 2 by 2. It's lovable 2 by 2. It's logical we ought to be 2, since we are free to. Single is gruesome, joyful is a twosome baby 2 by 2. Let's make ourselves 2 by 2. Don't hesitate, time we did what we were meant to do. Lots of things are done by one, looms are spun by one, ships are run by one, races won by one. When it comes to families, 2 by 2. Together at last, together forever. Well, tying a knot they never can sever. I don't need sunshine to turn my skies to blue. I don't need anything but you. You've wrapped me around that cute little finger. You've made life a song. You've made me the singer. And what's that bathtub tune you always boo boo boo? Boo 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 anything that's them. They're two of a kind, the happiest pair now. Like Fred and Adele, they're floating on air now. And what's the title of the dream that just came true? I don't need anything, anything, anything. I don't need anything but you. Just about stayed on the rails there. So, how are you doing with this competition? So, pause now if you don't want to hear yet, and watch again if you want to have a think about it. Otherwise, let's talk about what those songs were. Well, obviously, there was a theme of two. We had two sleepy people, no two people, 2 by 2, and then I Don't Need Anything But You, which doesn't have two in the title, but it is about being a twosome. We had songs from two movies, two Hollywood movies, and songs from two Broadway shows. And the first one, of course, was Two Sleepy People from the 1938 movie Thanks for the Memory. And the music was by Hoagie Carmichael, and the lyric was by Frank Lesser of Guys and Dolls, who we met last week with Where's Charlie? And Frank Lesser is our connection to No Two People, because No Two People, of course, comes from Frank Lesser's score for the movie Hans Christian Andersen, the 1952 movie, which starred Danny Kaye. And Danny Kaye is our link to the next song, probably the least known song for many of you, though it is the title song of the show, 2 by 2, the musical that starred Danny Kaye as Noah in 1970 on Broadway. Noah with the Ark and all his children. It had music by the great Richard Rodgers. Great is an insufficient word, really, for Richard Rodgers, isn't it? And lyrics by Martin Charnin. Martin Charnin, of course, was the lyricist of that 1977 huge worldwide hit, still going strong, Annie. I Don't Need Anything But You, of course, comes from the final scene of Annie. So we had Two Sleepy People, lyrics by Frank Lesser, who also wrote No Two People from Hans Christian Andersen, which starred Danny Kaye, who starred in 2 by 2 on Broadway, which had lyrics by Martin Charnin, who also wrote the lyrics for Annie. So I hope that was a bit of fun for you, and I'll see you tomorrow for another tribute to a Hollywood star who sadly left us this year.